Hello everyone, I'm Nathaniel Sperry with FCI Constructors. I'm a senior project manager on the Northglenn Civic Center project. So right now we're standing at the Veterans Memorial. It's right adjacent to Memorial Parkway, which is the main vein to feed to the new Civic Center project. Currently we're about 50% of the way through the project. The building itself is mostly shelled out. We're setting the last few pieces of steel. So if you follow me, I'll show you the rest of the project. So at the end of Memorial Parkway here, we really have two entrances to the building. The main rec entrance is going to be over here on my left. You'll be able to pull up and drop off folks at grade elevation. If you're going to go to the theater, you'll want to take a left at the end of Memorial Parkway and go to the south parking lot, and you'll be able to enter the building from the south side, still at a grade level entry. So let's go into the rec through the area of the main entry point. So from the front entry point, you'll come to the control desk. As you can see here, you'll have a nice two-story volume where you'll have exposure to the second floor fitness area. The track is coming through the gymnasium right across here above that desk. Adjacent to that, you'll have your indoor play area, and you'll have two poolside classrooms right off of that counter. So once we come down the hallway, there's a stair that you can take to the second level fitness area. And then adjacent to that will be all the locker rooms, men's locker rooms, women's locker rooms, and cabana areas that all feed into both the leisure and the lap pool. There's also an elevator that'll take you up to your second floor fitness area and the track. So each of these areas will have rooms for cabanas for family to pass through, women's locker rooms and men's locker rooms that all filter into both the leisure and the lap pool through a common corridor. All right, so through the locker rooms and into the connecting corridor, we'll be entering the lap pool first. So this is the lap pool. It'll have 6 lanes. Adjacent to this pool will be your pool storage room and your guard office. So the leisure pool is directly adjacent to the lap pool, also accessible from the corridor from any of the locker rooms or the cabanas. There's a 0 entry to the leisure pool. There's a lazy river, there's a warm water area, lots of benches, there'll be lots of different play features, and of course in the corner there you can see where we've got the slide tower structure completed for where the slide will go out of the building and it comes back in on the run out that's along the north wall. So adjacent to the locker rooms and cabanas is the gymnasium. The gymnasium is right about 11,000 square feet. It's got the running track coming through it. It'll have a divider curtain, basketball hoops, bleachers at each end. So we're gonna head over to the preschool. There's a good line of sight from the control desk down this corridor. There'll be a magnet board here where we can display all of the artwork. And there's 2 entry points, one on either side going into each of the different preschool areas. So for the preschool, we have an indoor play area that was based on a space theme and an outdoor play area that was based on an agricultural theme, all from public input. That whole area back in there will be a play surface, there'll be a barn structure and a few other amenities. So this is that preschool area again. After you come down Memorial Parkway, you take a left, you'll be heading to the theater. You can kind of see the fence that's going to separate the parking from the outdoor play areas. So right now we're in the south parking lot. This is going to be your main entry point to the theater, senior center, and community rooms. We're going to have a really nice entryway here. Let's go check it out. So at the vestibule, you can either go to the senior center, go through to the community rooms and the catering kitchen, or through the main entry to the theater lobby. There'll be an art piece that hangs from the main beam here. It'll take up a large volume of this ceiling space. The theater lobby, you'll be able to go right to the box office. On either side of the box office is entry points into the theater. So let's go over to the senior center. In the senior center, we'll have an office, a bookshelf, a countertop, and a nice lounge space. So right adjacent to the lounge space is the activity room and the senior patio. Let's walk back through the vestibule to the community rooms. So adjacent to the community rooms is the catering kitchen. The community room can be opened up to be one large room for big events or 3 small rooms depending on your occupant size. So let's go back out to the lobby and through the entry point to the theater. So right here is where the control booth is going to be to control all the audio and video for the theater. You'll have your catwalk up and around. All of these metal poles and scaffolding will be gone. It's just what we're using to build at the higher elevation that we do first, and then we take those down and build all the rest of the finishes up from the bottom. You can see the theater risers going all the way down to the stage and the proscenium wall. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for the tour of the Northglenn Recreation Center, Senior Center, and Theater. We're excited to be able to show you the midpoint of construction and even more excited to open this facility for you guys in late 2021.